It's an honor. This is your boy, usually your boy Pastor Santa. Come on, I'm with my man, 100%.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy, your co-host, Rickard, Jean-Noel. I'd like to welcome you all to the 11th episode of Season 2 of The Real Word. That means over 36 total episodes. And backed by popular demand, I got two special people here. These people were demanded so many times. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hey guys, my name is Mildred.
My name's Kimmel, like the first episode.
Yeah, so I brought these two back because that episode I heard was so much. Because we had a lot of different point of views. Oh, minus Sunny. Shout out to Sunny. You know it's a tighter room, so we can't fit 5 people. We'll be lucky to fit 4 today. But yeah, like it was backed by popular demand. So we got a great episode for you guys today. We thank everybody that's been supporting. We thank everybody that subscribes to the YouTube channel. That's www.youtube.com/C for channel / The Real Word TV. We have over 100 subscribers thus far, so we already got number 1 kicked off the goals for the new year. Next one is to get the 503C, the 501c3 non-for-profit license, so that we can be a non-for-profit, because we're trying to start the ministry and we're trying to continue on with the television, get some grants, do things big. We're looking for a couple sponsors for the show and just maximize it to the full potential. Keep going in. What you think, Sanders?
Man, I'm just first and foremost, I'm just honored to working with you, my brother, and the goal is to really make a difference in our community as we're blessed financially, so that's the goal, to take care of our community, bring awareness, let people know that the gospel is more than just talking, but it's more action. I want to ask these two a quick question, right? How did you guys feel about the reaction about the last episode that you guys were in?
How much views that episode had? Over 4,000?
Over 4,000.
Sheesh, you guys are kind of popular, huh?
Yeah, y'all lit. How you guys feel about the reaction?
I got jumped,
You did?
It's yeah.
Who jumped you?
I mean, it was like I felt like everyone was ganging up on me, because of my, lack of religion.
No, you good, bro. Listen. Listen, bro. You are official, bro. You know what I'm saying? You are official. We had a good time at the Super Bowl party.
You had a great time.
Oh, I sure did. Your heart is right. Your heart is golden, and that's all that matters. So the intention was not to gang on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You just made a very controversial comment. Too bad we don't got the replay.
That's a fact.
Those that want to check it out, check it
But
out.
you're official. You're a good heart. You have a good heart.
And,
I don't remember what comment.
a comment that elated the people that incited them.
Oh.
That's a fact.
My bad.
No, that's cool. But that's the purpose of the show. The purpose is the real. We deal with a lot of controversial issues that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but we make it comfortable to talk about. So,
It's all fun.
What about you, Mildred?
Yes.
I was outnumbered then. I'm still outnumbered now, but I feel like I held it down for the women. Woo!
You did a great job.
Yeah, I think I did a fine job, but I like the dynamics, and I thought that the difference in opinions was really good, and I think that's what makes the show.
Yeah, you was just fighting me for no reason. It's okay.
I mean, I fought you for a reason.
I forgive you. It's all right.
That's cool. Mercy. So the thing is that it's Women's Month, right?
Absolutely.
And I want to ask, why should we celebrate Women's Month, and why should we honor women? And do we feel that women are not being honored enough? Just want to put it out there.
Um.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Rick.
No, I was just gonna say shout out to Masuka because she preached for us this Saturday. Shout out to her. Shout out to Donna for inviting Masuka to come and preach. She did a good job at organizing that event. So shout out to her. Shout out to the whole Jordan River staff and the whole Jordan River youth staff and the whole church as a whole. Thank you for supporting me and helping me to become a better leader. And shout out to all the women. I think women are very important because those are the ones that bring us into the world. A man will never feel the pain that a woman feels during childbirth, and we gotta thank them for that. Your mother is the one that loves you. Especially boys. Boys cling to their mother, and their mama's boys. Like I have to deal with that, and my wife calls me a mama boy all the time. and
Ditto, bro. Ditto.
and like I guess like I feel like women are very important because I feel like women helped me to become the man that I am. You
Vice
know,
versa.
more than men did. Most of the times when I was going through things, I found refuge in the women. You know, even though at that time I was young, so I used to use them for my own personal gains. But like I used to, you know,
Keyword is I used to.
No, I heard it.
Yes.
I used to like, you know, women helped me a lot through my life. Those special women, they know who they are.
That's
So
a
shout out to
fact.
them.
That's a fact. I want to even add to this too. When I think of a true exemplification of what a woman is, I think of my mom. My mom, you know, I gotta say it correctly. My mom has been very, 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 very supportive towards me, and she has dealt with a lot of challenges being a single parent. And you know already the connotation in the Haitian community when you're a single mother, what comes with that. But for her to just hold her virtue, hold her family up, and supporting me in what I'm doing, to me is it's beautiful. And like I said, at first, you know, when you grow up, especially raised in an environment in Brooklyn, you don't know the sacrifices until you truly understand and you look from their perspective. So shout out to the mothers out there. And I want to even add too, I found out recently through research that a lot of women were very instrumental in the Haitian Revolution. Very, very instrumental. They were warriors.
They fed the troops.
They even fought too. They were about their time, and especially in Africa too. I heard there were some phenomenal African queens.
And Amazon women.
You know what I'm saying? Who were about their business, who were not playing. You know, who were against colonialism, who was against white supremacy, who fought against.
Shakur.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, it's, you know, women needs to be magnified more and more, especially our black queens.
So what do you think, Mildred?
I feel like the fact that we even have a month already tells you that we're underappreciated.
Wow.
Because first of all, there's no like men's month out there. But
Wow.
But the fact that we had to stand up and ask for a month is already alone says a lot.
Wow.
I do feel as though as time progresses, we are being recognized a lot more. So, you know, as a woman of color, I appreciate that.
Wow.
But I feel like, you know, we play a major role in a lot of the way the world functions today. Presidents, their backbone is their wives. You know, they're the one who's really running the show behind the scenes. And I feel like for a very long time, we've been behind the scenes, and we've always been doing like the paperwork for the person who's just showing up in person. And I feel like now we're finally stepping out of our comfort zones, and we're like, you know what, I want to be president, you know, or we're like, I want to be like the lead in a movie. So I feel like we've come a long way, and I feel like now for this month, especially for a lot of the movies that have been coming out, and like just so many things that really exemplify, you know, what a woman is capable of becoming, of who she is, and I think we need to appreciate that a lot more. You know? Yeah.
I have to ask this: what are top 3 women right now, black women, that are really doing it right now, that are setting precedents, other than Oprah? That you look up to.
Well, for me personally, I don't know if I can name 3 off the top of my mind,
Okay.
but I know that Michelle Obama is definitely like one of the people to me that I feel like not only is she classy, but she's sassy too. Like, you know, you can't just come and talk to her any which way, but yet she still has she has a lot of class. She's very educated. She's intelligent, and she's also down to earth. I feel like
Angela Rye, is that her name? The lady from the news.
Oh, she's phenomenal.
She's usually on CNN.
She is phenomenal.
Lawyer.
She actually dates Common. She still dates Common.
Okay.
Yeah, she still dates Common.
Yeah, but she's a black activist. She's a black lawyer.
She is
and a news
amazing.
broadcaster.
You know, also phenomenal too. Tamika. the girl who's also the queen who's always with my song. Her name is, I think, Tamika Mallory. Yeah, she's amazing too.
You know who else I like? I like Tiffany Haddish. I like the fact that she's not like the typical. Well, I don't want to say typical. I don't know if that's the correct word, but
Wow.
A lot of people feel as though like someone that speaks like the way she does, or the way like she acts the way like she shouldn't be there. But the fact that she broke barriers and she's out
herself.
there, she's getting her money, she's doing her thing, and she doesn't have to change who she is.
That's a fact.
I feel like that's something that we really need to recognize, because a lot of women, and I think we kind of touched base on that the last time, a lot of women feel like they have to slightly change who they are to be accepted, and she doesn't care. And I love that, and all respect to her.
I have to ask you, how you feel about Cardi B?
I was just about to say that.
It's your fault. And the viewers are going up, bro. The viewers are going up, bro. Yo, bro,
she sings about this one.
Numbers don't lie.
Come on, hasn't been speaking for a while.
It's about to get hot. I'm not using my therapy. It's about to get hot.
I'm just listening.
Facts. The thing is that, like, in honesty, like, I respect her. No, I'm gonna be honest
That's
with
a great
you.
question. I didn't see that
I
coming.
respect her. Look, I know she came from an unfortunate situation, but I respect her honesty. I respect her honesty.
Tiffany Haddish or
No, I respect Tiffany Haddish honesty
Okay.
too, but I'm talking about Cardi B.
I'm talking about Cardi B.
I respect
Yeah.
her honesty. I respect her honesty, and I respect that, I'm not like type about her music, but I can respect that she has a voice in regards to, like, if she sees something that is wrong, she will speak of something that is wrong. And
She spoke about what's going on in Libya.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
About
The Colin
slavery thing.
Kaepernick. I feel like she's very sensitive, very genuine. I know she could be very hood, or some people feel she could be ratchet. But in all honesty, I feel like she speaks truth. Now, I don't promote the isms. You feel me? I don't promote the stripper lifestyle.
What's wrong with the stripper lifestyle?
Well, like I said, a lot of
Let's hear both. Let's hear both point of views. Okay?
Yes, facts.
Why do you feel like the stripper lifestyle is not bad? Go ahead.
You can't knock the hustle, bro. Like
That's a fact.
hustle. Like
Everybody got a job, right?
facts.
That's
Like,
a fact.
There's nothing wrong with
Okay,
that.
Mildred,
It's like, it's too early, you know what I'm
It
saying?
started and it's going up.
It's too early.
I'm just saying, like.
I mean, listen. We know a lot of.
Wait. But Mildred still hasn't told us how she feels about Cardi B.
Yes.
It took us. You guys caught me by surprise, so I had to think about it a little bit. Here's what I would say. I don't necessarily agree with her lifestyle. I'm not going to be, dishonest about that. However, I do feel like someone who's come out from the same neighborhood that she was in, or a neighborhood that's very similar, can say, I can make it. And if that can motivate someone to be better, then I'm for that.
See, women don't support
But-
women, bro.
I never said.
She can't strip now. Like she don't support that.
I said that if what's going on? Okay, I said that if she can motivate someone, then that's good enough.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
But I do not, like, Mildred Laventure does not support the stripper lifestyle. You could come at me.
What's wrong with the stripper lifestyle? I still ain't hear what's wrong with it.
What's not wrong with it?
Oh,
I said you
snap.
can't knock the hustle. What, you haven't said what's wrong with it yet. You just say you don't support it.
I don't.
Why?
Yeah. Why you don't support the stripper
I'm trying
lifestyle?
to get into details. I'm trying to understand your train of thought.
Before I answer, so whatever makes money is cool. So that's what you're trying to say. As long as you're hustling, as long as you're making money, it's alright.
You think they're doing something dirty?
That was not the question.
Oh snap!
Being a stripper is different than being a prostitute.
You think so?
Yeah.
You said
I think
that-
there's a fine line between the two.
You said don't knock the hustle.
I
When
think-
you're hustling, you're making money.
You think
So
so?
you're saying that if you're making money, it's not an issue.
I think with the.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and judge them, but I'm not gonna say something's wrong with being a stripper.
I think with the right amount, I think you get a stripper to have sex with you.
I think with the right mechanics, you could make glue into gum.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact. But
But
go ahead.
just dancing is all they're doing, really.
Nah,
Just
but
dancing.
I think it's more than dancing, bro.
I think majority of strippers are prostitutes. For a
Nah.
couple, for enough lap dances or for the right price, they'll give it up. Same thing with the Instagram models that have booking information.
Word?
Same with some Instagram girls have PayPal on their Instagram accounts now, like send money.
That's a fact.
Like, whoa.
That's a
Well,
fact.
here's
I
a
mean,
question that I
that's-
have.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I'm bad about that.
Do you think that majority of strippers, if they were to get the money another way, they would strip?
If they
They
were
would still
able
strip.
to
To
get
make
money in the way.
$1,000 a night?
If they were-
I think they would get
Okay,
it
but
another
do
way.
you not believe that if someone is doing another type of job, like if they really like it or if they really value it, they're not willing to leave it just for the money? So does that not say something?
For $90,000 a year, that's a good job. But what job is that? That when somebody
I'm just
who
saying.
has a
I'm just
kid,
saying, are they
no
only in it
degree.
for the money? Are they really okay with what they're doing? Or they're
I think they're for the
you know?
money. I think they're for the money.
I think a lot of them are not okay what they're doing because a lot of them, they do drugs, they do heavy drugs.
So if that's the case, then is it really wrong for me to say I don't support the lifestyle? Do they even support the lifestyle themselves?
Yeah.
Or
can't-
are they just like, it's like hush money for them?
Yo, somebody
You know?
somebody just
I
said
know.
this. Marcella Brown, she said you can be your own boss making 4,000 plus a week as an insurance agent with an IDVDAFN, whatever that is.
What was the other comment?
That's the only comment we got. What's that? What's that? You guys laugh. What's that?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
Tell her to explain it.
Yo, explain it, Marcella. Explain it. That's a fact. But yeah, I mean, but how do you feel about girls like Amber Rose, who put it out there that it's okay to have your what's it it's called
Slut walk.
Slut walk. How do you
She
feel
said
about that?
stop slut shaming, as in women have a
I
right
agree.
to their. Here's the movement now: how women have the right to their body, and they shouldn't be judged for things that men do the same of.
That would be equality, right?
What's your opinion on that, Mildred? Because I know some women are very conservative,
Back up next show.
and they are,
I
some women are very conservative in the sense that I won't do certain things. I'm a lady, and then certain women will do things and like you still gotta respect me as a woman, even though it's unladylike things. So what's your aspect?
Man, that's a tough question. My honest opinion is that, well, okay, I think initially I used to feel like I used to I don't know if I want to use the word judge, but I used to judge a lot more. I guess for lack of a better word. And as I got older, I do feel as though there is a lot of double standards out there. There are a lot of double standards out there, and
What are the double standards?
I'm not okay. I'm not okay with them.
What are the double standards?
Let me finish, Sandra.
No,
Let me finish.
no problem. You got it. You got it. I'm sorry about that. Forgive me. This is an interesting comment you just said. I'm sorry.
I'm not okay with all the double standards, and I do understand that just like men, women have feelings. Women have
Needs?
hormones. Women have needs.
Facts.
Doesn't necessarily mean you have to act upon all of them, but or any. It's up to you.
But with your
whatever.
husband, though.
Amen.
Yeah.
But what happened?
I just saw the video when he scratched his
But my thing is like I'm a little more understanding with certain things. So when people say don't slut shame, I understand it in the sense that like, well, if you haven't been in their shoes or if you haven't been in their position, you don't know how you would have acted yourself. So in that way, it's like try to understand where they're coming from or understand their background history. Doesn't necessarily mean to do exactly what they're doing, but yeah, like have a more compassionate, understanding viewpoint towards them.
What do you think,
Does that make
Cameau?
sense?
I'm still trying to find out what was wrong with being a stripper.
Oh,
She still
gosh.
never answered that
I
question.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. I'm stalling.
I'm still trying to get that answer.
This person is saying replay my internet is making it hard to enjoy where I am. Whatever that means. I think it's Maisha Rush.
She needs to switch to DSL or
That's
cable
a
or
fact.
something.
That's a fact.
Because we're watching it live too. While
That's
you're
a fact.
watching it.
That's a fact.
Verizon.
But I
refresh your page.
Yeah, just refresh your page. But I have to ask, right, how do you feel about the big stars who marry strippers?
Kudos to them.
Are they're the most loyal, right?
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
I said, are they the most? I mean, because as a trend, I mean, you see a lot of like Cam Newton, a lot of big guys, they marry strippers. You feel me?
I gotta say, man, I don't know.
Would you marry a stripper?
Nah, I'm too
You two what?
jealous. I can't.
People can change though. She explained. It's an insurance company business. It's free to join and free website. If you're a licensed agent, you can make on board and start making money immediately. If you are non-licensed agent, you can take the course online for $59.99, and you get your license in less than a month.
You do your thing, girl.
This is your business.
Promote that business.
You can work at your own time, building a legacy.
I respect it.
I respect that. Don't worry. When the time is right.
I respect.
That's respect.
But
She just gave strippers an alternative just now, live on The Real Word.
That's a fact. She just did it. But I feel like girls feel like it's more easier. Like you could shake your behind,
Sure, that's a lot of
and you could give a happy ending. And the thing is that for like
You don't gotta do the happy ending.
yeah, but it's a
They
bro.
could come out with $200 and they only dance for like 5 songs.
That's a fact. But it's on.
That's what
I'm thinking.
Think about
Okay,
what?
well here's my thing.
Thinking about
Like
what?
I'm all about like empowering women. I'm all about the Women's Month, and I'm all about like standing up for women and all that stuff.
Yeah.
However, I mean I don't know how many guys are out there shaking their butts for money. Like I feel like is that like
There is guys.
there
I mean,
I'm not
they all
saying
mess
that
up too.
there aren't, but I just don't feel like it needs to be a way of life. Like I don't feel like it's necessary.
What if they stripping to pay for tuition for college?
What if they just get a decent job?
If it was only that easy, everybody.
I mean,
would have
it's
a
not
decent
easy
job.
for any of us, to be quite honest. So
That's a fact.
I don't know. I don't get it.
And they chose to take the job where most people are not going towards.
You told me you knew a stripper.
I know a couple strippers.
Okay, so have you ever asked them, like, pull a Drake moment? Why do you do this? Like, you ever asked them?
Nah, can't. Not.
Why?
I'm not light skinned, I can't pull a Drake movement.
What? Ain't that far off.
But nah, seriously though, they were kind of like normal people. Like, well, seriously.
Technically, they are normal people.
No,
They
I
are
mean,
normal
like,
people.
everyone looks at them like they're dirty or some type of way, like, oh, there's something wrong with you mentally. But literally, when they walk out of there, they're just regular people. They go to the grocery store, they spend time with their family. They got more money to spend time with their family and give to their family.
Serial killers spend time with their families too. What's your point?
Are you comparing a stripper?
I'm
to
not.
a
I'm not
serial
saying that
killer?
they're. The same, I'm not saying that they're the same thing. But you're saying like they go back and they have like everyone does that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see how that necessarily says that it's okay.
Are they
that
stealing though? Are they killing?
I'm not saying.
I'm
that.
enjoying this.
They're not doing anything wrong to anybody. It's everybody else that's looking at them like they did something wrong.
So what about a prostitute? What you think about
Nah,
that?
that's too far.
Okay.
How is that too far?
Cause,
Who drew that line then? If it's okay for stripper.
Because a condom is only 99% proof. Like after that, you could get it. That's not enough to be sleeping all those people.
Either way, power to all women.
That's a
Power
fact.
to-
No, but definitely
Read the Bible if you have to.
The reason why we dealt with Cardi B because of the mere fact that there's a lot of girls who look up to Cardi B. How you feel about Remy Ma?
I respect her.
I respect her a lot.
I think
not
she's
reckless,
she's a better role model than Cardi B, but that's not really saying much because she's a felon.
Yeah.
So like, we have to put it in perspective. But she is married. She has a husband now. She's doing better for herself. She's taking care of her family. So kudos to her. You know.
I have a quick question. Well, no one here. Do you have anyone has kids?
No kids.
Okay.
I mean, my man about to have a daughter soon.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so how do you who would you want to be a role model for your kids?
A woman?
The mother.
A woman? I mean,
TV or like someone in real life.
Who would you want to be a role model? Like, I mean, are you okay with, since we were talking about Remy Ma or Cardi B or
I'm gonna tell you who.
Oprah or whoever it was, like, who would you want as your role model?
I wouldn't want Cardi B. I wouldn't want Remy Ma. Oprah's respectful woman. Michelle Obama, respectful woman. Angela Rye is respectful women.
Who's that girl that wrote who wrote
Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club.
She's amazing. Also, too, who's that woman who wrote that movie on Selma? She did that thing on the 4th, on the talking about the industrial complex. Her name is Ava DuVernay, I think.
Ava DuVernay.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. Oh, my still listening. She's saying it's time to wake up. Let's support the Black Enterprise social media. I agree. Have you heard about my Covenant Love? It's a humanitarian social media. Oh, word. Okay. It gives back to the community. This is the
another promotion.
This is the need for coming social media. Let's help to build social media for difference. Invite others to build when you can. Need more information. Inbox me. Definitely. Whose friends is that? Whose friend is that?
We'll talk more after the show.
Remember, time as trained. There's a lot of cycles out there. Okay, not a problem. I'm with it.
Pay for these promotions, like.
That's a fact. No, listen. Trust me. That's a fact.
Out here putting ads on the freaking comment section.
But yeah, I would want my daughter to have very good role models. I would be in my daughter's life, and I think a lot of women, like, no disrespect to the women that didn't grow up without a father, but I think a father makes a difference in a daughter's life, in my opinion.
That's a fact.
So like, I would give her the game, and if she like, what do you know? I'm like, I've dealt with a lot of women, and I can tell you what I did as a man, and these are what to look out for, you know, like stuff like that. You know, give her the game raw. And I wouldn't sugarcoat stuff, like, and I would just do what I have to do, you know. That's
the
it.
best way to do it.
That's a fact.
Tell her the truth.
Who would you want as a role model for your future kids?
I have a girl who has a daughter, and I treat her as my own daughter. And I have to say that I would want her to be her own role model. I want her to look at the world, look at everything, hear all the judgments, look at it from all views, and come up with your own view of what a woman should be. That way she don't have to copy nobody. She kind of creates
So now you're
herself.
talking.
That's what I would
Well,
do.
I mean, growing up, like if she's 5 or she's 6, she can't formulate these.
She just has to watch.
Well, who's she watching? That's my question. Who would you want?
She's gonna watch everybody regardless. You can't make her watch only one person. She's gonna.
I mean, I understand that.
I'm just gonna be there as kind of like the guidance. Like, oh, you like that person? I'll tell her the good. I'll tell her the bad of that type of person.
So she's making her decision
On her
at that
own.
age.
Right? No, of course not. Nobody really makes a decision of who they want to be till they like 20 something.
It took me a while to find myself.
Facts. Like nobody decides who they are until they older.
Your turn, Mildred. Don't skip yourself.
Me.
I'm asking the question.
She been dodging a lot.
My mother, of course, and my spiritual aunt, Auntie Fifi. She's very. She is an exemplary. She's an, excuse me. She is an exemplification of what a woman should be.
Big word.
She always looks out for her community. I look up to Auntie Maxine Waters. She's always speaking truth to power. She's always getting on Trump. She's always fighting on the behalf of people. Of course, Afina Shakur. I love Afina Shakur. She was a Panther. Oh, listen, a lot of black women were very instrumental in the Black Panthers. The original Black Panthers. I'm not talking about Marvel.
Some were Panthers, some were Cougars, right?
This guy's something else. I want to shout out Maya Angelou, Rosa Parks, Nikki Giovanni, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman,
Come on now.
who freed a lot of slaves. But the reason why she couldn't free more was for the mere factor that they
not know this.
They were slaves.
I'm gonna have to check his Google search history.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Before he came here.
Also too.
Yeah, I love how I see you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
My girl Marcella's Brown says I'm a nurse and I do these business part time. No problem. Listen, we gonna talk after. Don't worry.
Yo, shout out to her, cause she's superwoman, man.
Nah,
She got her own
definitely.
business. She a nurse.
Now we gonna make some. Listen, you gotta invest in the real world. We gonna talk. Trust me. Also too, I like what other woman that I really like. I like a lot. I respect actresses like Sanaa Lathan, Nia Long. Who's the girl who played Cookie? She's good too.
Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, she's amazing too. I like Gabrielle Union. I like all types of women who give back. Also, Coretta Scott King, Betty Shabazz, a lot of the women warriors who just been standing up for the black man and don't make the black man feel less as a man, and just empowering people, man. So I just want to shout out all the women. Like I said, if it wasn't for women, I don't think, Haiti would be. I don't think a lot of things would be in regards to uplifting the black kings, because every king needs a queen. So shout out to all the amazing women out there. You know what I'm saying? Which is beautiful. But me personally, I can't. I think because you meet sisters who are very negative, very manipulative. I feel like a lot of these sisters can learn from positive role models of women of power, women of strength.
So guys, quick question, right?
Yeah.
Good job, Sanders. Thank you.
No problem, family. No, you good.
Do you guys think that the women that you named during those time periods
Are they there?
are the same as the women of this time period?
You know what it is? I think they're there. I think they just don't get magnified as much because people like this. We live in a generation where people like to magnify
The Cardi B's.
the negativity, but there's a lot of women out there who are amazing. You know what I'm saying? Great artists. For example, like you know this artist named Her. She's singing a song, "Can You Focus on Me?" Yo, there's a lot of great.
SZA is hot too.
Yeah, there's a lot of great
The one
women
that signed to,
artists. You know what I'm saying?
TDE.
And the thing is, that a lot of people complain like there's no good music, but there's a lot of good music artists that are there, women artists that are not telling you know what they gotta shake their behinds or show their breasts. They speaking about real life situations where they're empowering you to be better. So I feel like we as a people, we have to. Thank you for the love, Judy. We have to magnify those type of women. You know what I'm saying? To let women know, listen, it's not okay to degrade yourself. I understand. Listen, it is what it is. People live in unfortunate circumstances. They do what they need to do, but people can change. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about.
What about you, Mildred? What do you think?
Can you re-ask your question?
Okay, do you all right. So he basically spoke about mostly women from the civil rights movement,
Yeah.
The early 1980s, 1970s, 1900s. So I'm asking you, do you think that caliber of women, is there still that caliber today? Sanders said that the caliber of women still exists, but they're not magnified versus the other type of women that is here today. So what do you think and why?
Yeah, I think they definitely still exist. It's just that now a lot of things are televised, and so sometimes the focus might be on other things. But I don't really know too much. But a lot of these women that have been recognized, I don't know if they were necessarily recognized when they were alive. I know a lot of the times we recognize people more, and we appreciate what they do when they die. Funerals don't count.
That's right, but look at.
So like, I know we get to read them in history books and we get to do that, but who's to say that 100 years from now we won't see Taraji P. Henson in a history book, or you won't see the movie Black Panther with a woman in there in a history book. So it's not. I don't think that it's stopped. I just think that I think they're here. And we just have both types of women being televised at the moment.
I have to add something too. You see the role model for going back to Michelle Obama. There was a little girl. I don't know if you guys saw this in the news. and she called her auntie. And I don't know if you saw that. She was really inspired by Michelle Obama, you know. And I just feel like a lot of girls need that. They need to see that. Yo, how you guys feel about now about the dolls? They're exemplifying like the Barbie dolls more black and more natural and.
What are you talking about? Sex dolls?
No, not sex dolls.
Oh.
Like regular Barbie dolls?
Barbie doll.
Like dolls that reflect.
Yeah, I mean that is. I mean, but no, I see that is a hot commodity for a lot of people.
That is true.
Especially Asians.
That's a hot commodity. That is a hot commodity, and that is a trending topic. Like a lot of people are getting sex dolls. A lot of people are interested in getting robot sex dolls too. So that is a hot commodity.
But go back to the Barbie dolls. What were you saying about the Barbie dolls?
In regards to promoting just
different cultures.
Different cultures. Going more natural. How you feel about that?
Okay, go on, and I have a question after that.
No, go ahead. I made my statement. That's it.
Oh, that was a statement. I thought,
Yeah.
Okay. How do you guys feel about the natural movement for women?
I love it.
The natural hair?
I love it.
Because sometimes y'all just make a statement and I gotta.
Yeah,
No, I love
it
it.
could be natural hair.
No, I love it.
Whatever it is,
I love it.
Do you feel like, are you more hesitant, or if you had a girl who, had like the hair and the makeup and then she just switch up, like, are you okay with that? Or do you feel like it's something that you have to, like, mentally prepare for? I don't know if that makes sense.
I'm still not a fan of the buzz cut, but anything
What is the buzz cut? What's that?
Like when you cut hair short like a guy?
Sanaa Lathan looks good with it. I mean, Sanaa Lathan look good with everything. At the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the day, it's. I think it's beautiful. I mean, like when you see Alicia Keys without makeup, you see Nia Long without makeup. That's beautiful. I mean, makeup, wake up, they still look good. You feel me? At the end of the day, you didn't deceive me. So I'm with the natural. Yes, listen, hold on, bro. There's a lot of sisters out there, bro. They washed, like they washed. They're not even laundry with soap. They washed, bro. And the thing is that they put makeup. Actually, there's a guy he sued. I think he divorced his wife because she lied to him in regards to how she looked. So I think the beauty, the natural beauty thing is a wonderful thing. I mean, you look good with makeup and wake up. So for the brothers out there, before you get with your girl, make sure go to the pool. Make sure the same way she looked good with makeup, she looks good with wake up. I'm saying, the cross in your eye, the bave in your lips, all that. That's the real beauty. And like I told you probably before the show, I've never seen you look washed.
Okay.
The facts are the facts.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah, I see your eye. You don't give me no attitude. Just
I'm not.
Yeah, you're switching.
Thank you.
I personally, like, majority of the women that I've dated, they weren't too heavy on makeup. My wife used to be a makeup artist, but even her, like, she doesn't use that much makeup like that often. Sometimes she uses more than others, other times she doesn't at all, but she's blessed in that way, so I thank God for that. In regards to the natural hair, it would depend on the woman, you understand? My wife, she's biracial, so, like, either wet or straight is good. Like, I've dated one girl. I dated.
Be careful, I'm like more like some like non-mixed people or like.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get to that. Like, I dated girls when I was younger that did the weaves, that did the short haircut. I remember when I was younger, I was more vain, I could say, and I had this girlfriend. You remember? Like, I was with her, and then she had long, nice hair, and she decided one day to go natural, and she told me she's gonna go.
Familiar to me. Who is this person?
She told me one day that she was gonna go natural, and I was like, "Don't do it." And then she was like, "I'm gonna do it," and I was like, "Don't do it." And then she did it, and I was like,
negative.
And I was like, you know what? I think we should take a break.
No.
So like, yeah, I was vain at that time. I'm not gonna lie to you. So a few days later, like, she went and got the perm, and she did the short hairstyle, which looked good on her, and then a couple months later, she went out to the stand.
I have to ask you of this much. Just so a lot of sisters more now are going more natural than perm, right? Why do you think is that?
I mean, there are so many different factors. First of all, perm's not good for you. Let's be honest, you're putting chemicals in your, in your scalp. Not only that, it causes breakage. And I think a lot of people are embracing the fact that this is what grows from my head. Like, this is really who I am. And like hair, it's such a big business. Like, and we spend tons and tons of money on hair, and it's just kind of like, well, some people just feel like, I want to go back to my roots. People do it for cultural reasons. People do it for financial reasons. People do it for confidence, reasons, or whatever it is. I'm personally not ready for that. I don't know if I'll ever be ready for that. But power to the women who go natural. Good for you.
So hold up. So my thing is that now forget it.
Question, right? How do you feel about men weave? Because 2 out of 3 men are bald.
This men weave?
I didn't catch it. 2 out of 3 of us are bald.
I think I like this topic. I'm just gonna listen.
I'm not a fan of.
Rick Ross have a man weave, right?
I'm not a fan of man weave, and I feel like if a guy's balding, just claim it, man.
It's a fact.
Yeah, it's real out here. You see, my hair is gone. Shoot.
Chill, LeBron.
That's a fact.
No, you can save it. I mean,
I gotta get a haircut. I gotta haircut. No,
there's a lot of regrowth stuff, especially on Instagram and online. Most people like, I know there's Hims, there's Rogaine, there's a lot of different stuff. I used to waste a lot of money with them nonsense, and I just was like, you know what?
Not forget it. I accept it.
Claim it.
That's a fact.
Yeah, downtown in Atlanta, like in places like that, like they have men weaves where like they have the lace front for the men. You can get a mohawk. You get fake dreads like Fetty Wap and those other guys that all got the fake dreads.
That's a fact.
And you get the fake mohawk. You can get a Caesar. You can get anything you want. A flat top.
I'm scared.
I have to ask you this, right? What would you say to women who just need to be empowered? What do you feel needs to be? Okay, that's number one, and also two. Women has made a lot of strides. How can we continue that, and how we as men can contribute to that as well too?
Okay, my short-term memory is really bad. Your first question was.
My first question was basically, oh wow. How do you feel? Okay.
2 for 2.
Okay, all right. With all the strides that are being made, right?
Yeah.
That women, what can we do as men to continue to, support that? And what would you say to women who just need to be empowered? That was the first question.
Okay, yeah. Well, for women who need to be empowered, I think it really starts with yourself.
Okay.
I think a lot of people who are scared to do things, or they're fearful, or they're not sure if they're able to, or if they qualify, I think they have issues when they look at themselves in the mirror and say, I don't know if I'm capable, I don't know if I'm worthy of, I don't know if I'm good enough. I think a lot of them really need to build that self-confidence. However, we all sometimes need a little encouragement from outside sources. I'm always going to suggest you can always pray. I'm down for that. But you can also, I feel like in this time and age, we have so many people who are willing to give advice. We have so many seminars out there for women who need help. We have celebrities now who like some of their platforms are empowering women. And especially with what we were talking about the last time, the fact that women are now, standing up and talking about their experiences. Like, I mean, I feel like there's so many ways to feel empowered. There's so many ways to feel like you can make a difference. And if you don't, I mean, go online, like watch a video. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Or, matter of fact, have a group of friends who empower you. Like, what's the point of having them around if they can't, lift you up? So I definitely feel like my group of friends is like, if I were ever to feel down, like, it's just like, you're Mildred, pick yourself back up. And I do the same for them. And it's like, once we empower each other, we take that energy and we bring it outside. What was your second question?
My second question is that what is it that we as men...
We could change the topic.
No.
I'm going to defend the guys for a second.
Of course. We're going to have one more topic to help, yeah, to just promote that.
I just feel like just supporting and just allowing us to have that platform is it's good enough. Like, let us be ourselves. I mean,
I agree.
you know.
I want to say this before you made your thought. Marcella asks, "Where are you guys?" We are in Brooklyn, New York. Where are you located? Because the thing is that it seems like you want to make a donation. You want to make a donation. Make a donation to the Real Word, and we also gonna talk business. Like
www.gofundme/the
yeah,
real
we in
word.
Brooklyn, New York.
www.gofundme/the real word or paypal.com
Yes, you can
/the
record
real word.
you can inbox me or Rickard. What were you about to say, my brother?
Oh, so I'm gonna
Snap.
play devil's advocate here.
Oh snap!
So throughout the show, I hear us, keep saying things like women don't have power. Well, how do we lift up women? Lift up women. Lift up women.
No, women have a lot of power.
That's true.
Women have a lot of power.
So I'm gonna go into recent life thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So I went
snap.
to Vegas like last week,
How was
and it was lit. But
Wow.
So going into one of the parties, there was literally like at least 3 guys who was about to get married outside of the club, crying, talking about they don't know if they should get married, they don't know if they should
All
do
three
this.
of them crying together?
Nah, they was just separate locations.
Oh, okay.
Like that was the crazy part about it. And when you go inside the club, you see the brides turning up crazy. Like they're having a ball, they're having so much fun, and it's like when you think about it, the guys is wondering like, am I making the biggest mistake of my life? And the women are like, I won, kind of like I'm victorious.
Because either way it ends, it costs the man more. I feel like.
That's the thing. Like when women get the engagement ring, which costs us, we know how much.
What is the range?
Of the engagement.
The lowest. It's like 1,000.
No, it's
You
actually
can get a cheap one. You can get a fake one for like $100.
Not a fake. I'm talking like
What was the? They said there's like some type of.
Oh, it's supposed to be. I think
like
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months
4,
paycheck.
6
No,
months.
but no fixed one. So my thing is that the cheapest is 1,000, right?
Yeah.
1,000 to what?
1,000 to
So-
anywhere to a
and-
couple million.
That's
bro.
a
to
fact.
infinity.
Yeah.
How much Kim Kardashian ring cost? 1.5?
Kanye's filed for bankruptcy. That's all I know.
What is your question?
No, my question was. It
Oh,
was
she's
more
from
so
Queens.
that
Okay, we're gonna link up.
society
We're
kind
gonna link
of
up.
is in women's favor when it comes to things like marriage and even kids. So I'm not going to mention his name because he has a girlfriend, but we had a conversation. He was telling me about, he was like, there's no scenario where a guy can have a kid and not be with a woman that's not either crazy, dead, or something's wrong with the relationship. Like, you can't go, like a woman can have a child with a guy and then leave the guy and keep the kid.
That's a fact.
She could go on about her life and she could go get child support and all that. But you don't really hear about single fathers with a kid that have like a good relationship with the mom. Like, so because honestly,
I think there is single fathers, but they're few and far between.
very far between. And it's kind of like, it's not really built for men to kind of have a kid, unless you do the surrogate thing. It's not really built for a man to have a kid and think about it as, I can get out this relationship peacefully. A woman can have a kid and be like, it's
And
up
get
to
out peacefully?
Yeah.
You think so?
I come across very, very.
Because the woman is usually going to keep the child. So it's like,
So that means
I know
it's
a guy, I can't even say
That's not always the case. That's not always the case, though.
But I'm just
Like,
telling you
a lot
from
of
my
them
life
struggle.
Huh?
Like, but go on.
But
I want to hear.
all right.
what
My
really-
point basically is that women, are most likely going to have a child and keep the child in that relationship. So a guy's only option is really to either stay or be that distant father. I mean, there's relationships where you can visit your kid, but you're visiting. It's not like you have your kid. That's real too.
I respect you. I respect.
And I know a guy
I'm
who's in
not-
a relationship, and he's like, he don't really want to be with the woman, but it's like he has 2 kids with her, and he's like,
But why would he do that to himself?
because he wanted to
Stand
be there
behind
for his
her.
kid.
Well, I'm just saying, why would he do that to
Because
himself?
what's more important to him is his kid than his own happiness.
I understand, but
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
I mean,
different, though.
There's a lot of women that stay in relationships for the children, and they know
That's
that their
also
husbands is cheating on them, and their
That's
husband
a
abused
fact.
them, but they
Well,
stay there because
That's money.
they they
That's money.
stay there for the kids. Like, and some situations the man is the breadwinner and the woman feels like she wouldn't be able to make it on her own too. Especially us coming from West Indian Haitian background, a lot of our mothers stayed with our fathers who was cheating.
But that comes down. That's more money though. That's more money that she knows she can't support the kids without him. When it comes to a guy, it's not going to be money. He probably could support the kid without her, but he's not going to win that case.
But what is support? Is it just financial? Like, what is that? Is the guy going to do the homework? Is the guy going to do everything? Like,
Yeah, why not? All right.
It would depend on his
Why
job.
not? I
It
mean,
would depend on his
be
job
honest.
Yeah.
because he would need enough money to pay for the rent, for the car, for the babysitter,
All right.
and for everything else, and to come home and still have time to spend with the kids. Because being
And
a
the
single father is
likelihood of
gonna
that
be
is-
hard. And what are you
Alright,
gonna
so
do? Apply
here's
for,
why this
he's
story-
gonna apply for like welfare.
So but here's why it was funny to us, because as a guy, if you're single and you have a kid, you're more likely
It's time. That's beautiful.
you're gonna run into women that are gonna
Wow.
help you take care of the kid.
Yeah, sometimes
It's gonna be easier than a guy actually running into a woman with a kid and taking care of that kid. It's like, in a sense of, women are more nurturing, so it's easier for them to be a parent in a sense of, or a mother towards somebody else's child. A guy, we're not really nurturing, so you really have to commit to it.
I think it's 50-50. I think there's a lot of stepfathers out there, and there's a lot of stepmothers out there.
That won the case without the mother being crazy or something.
I knew
No.
one single father.
No,
I'm just keeping it
I
up.
haven't seen your point yet. Like, I'm really trying to understand
I'm
it.
saying that in a sense of family and
Oh my God.
having a
I'm
wrapping up a card's face,
okay.
bro.
Nah, I get his point. His point basically is that
It's
when a
harder.
man enter into a relationship,
it's
it's-
more of a
it's-
life-threatening thing.
like he puts more on the line versus
A woman.
like his gains and his losses.
I understood that part, but I didn't understand the kid part.
The kid is one of those gains and losses. If you have a child with that woman, you know that you're
But you
even
just
deeper
said
in.
guys are not naturally nurtured, so I don't know if you were supporting
When I say
what you were saying.
I'm talking about to another person's child. It's not a natural instinct to nurture another person's child, because your usual first thought is, that's not my kid.
But
Okay.
it depends on the man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have to really commit to it.
Okay, so you're.
It's easier for women to really commit to it. than
You think
guys.
so?
Yes.
I agree.
Women
I
are gonna
agree.
commit to it easier than men.
I agree. And once a woman loves a man, she's willing to do almost the whole world for him. So.
That's a
I
fact.
think it's vice versa too. Once a man really loves a woman, when a man loves a woman,
That's a fact.
can't keep his eye off a man.
That's a fact.
That's your husband.
So you're trying to say in relationships, men lose more than women. Is that what you're trying
More
to
at risk. They don't really have like a fallback plan. It's kind of like once you're in, you're pretty deep.
say? But you know why they don't have a fallback plan. You understand the history behind that and why women now need a fallback plan.
This topic is good.
No, he's saying men don't have a fallback.
They don't need to.
Why not?
Based
Oh,
on
we
history,
equal.
you guys were winning all along. Like many times, when
You was what?
if a
We was winning?
relationship failed, the woman was the one who lost.
I mean,
Which is why now there are a lot of rules and there are a lot of like judges award women like a lot of
So-
things now.
child
You know,
support.
because it didn't exist before.
so this
we
day,
were
Eve
losing.
is still the boss. Like Eve made Adam eat the apple. Like she
No,
women
no,
women
no,
We
did
were
it for a long
losing,
time,
and now
like-
we're finally trying to win. Okay.
I'm just saying, Eve had a lot of power.
Eve was tempted, but Adam was the one that sinned.
Yes, because the thing is that Adam was responsible for Eve. He was
Yeah.
accountable for Eve.
He was responsible for everything on earth.
Exactly.
He was given
So
the
basically,
domain.
when he fell, when they fell, God didn't approach the woman first. God approached Adam.
No, but I'm just saying.
I
The reason
feel
why
you.
he fell is because Eve told him.
He fell because he loved Eve more than he loved God. That was the
Because
thing.
women are very seductive.
God gave him orders, and God gave him domain over everything on the earth. And he listened to Eve when she came and tempted him with
That's interesting.
with the fruit.
That's interesting perspective.
He
My
loved
perspective is
Eve
women
more.
have more power than men.
He loved
They
he loved the
can
gift more than the
convince
giver.
a man to go against God.
That's a fact.
Like, that's real talk. Like,
That's a fact.
But that happens today. How much time
That's
you went
why-
against God for some?
that's why I'm saying women are not that feeble. Like, it's just, like she was like, we're catching up. We're finally getting back. I'm like,
We are
y'all were
catching up.
winning. Like,
Let's wrap this up, guys, because
y'all were winning. Like,
So closing thoughts, like
Oh, already?
Yeah.
The whole time talking about women. I guess it's women's month. Why not?
It's women's month.
I have to play for
Why
the guys.
not?
Shout out to the fellas. We still
I don't
we
think it's a
catching
great
up.
job though, but
We catching up, guys. You see, I'm losing right now. Like,
so closing thoughts, guys. What you think?
I just want to just say this, man. We had a lot of trending topics today, but I'm glad we exemplified.
Oh,
good word. We exemplified just women,
Someone's in his dictionary today.
just women
You got word of the day app up.
in general. What a woman should be, what a woman needs to be, the value of a woman, the worth of a woman. So we want to just tell all our women we appreciate you gals tremendously for what you guys are doing and continue to do, and we will do the best that we can to support each of you gals 100%. So shout out to all my queens, and shout out to Marcella. We gonna talk after this. Like, I see you want to support us, so we gonna talk.
Mildred, closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts. Well, I'm always going to support the women out there, and
The strippers.
Oh, snap.
I support the women out there.
This is a good
Shots!
Yo, the views are gonna go up for this. Remember I told you that. The views are gonna go up.
I swear he does it on
She
purpose.
said, except for the strippers, she said the women.
Mhm.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh.
No, I did not mean it like
Getting
that.
hot.
I support
We're about to put the
women.
AC on.
Okay, I don't necessarily support
Stripping.
everyone's lifestyle. There's so many things that I don't necessarily support. It doesn't have to be that alone, But I support women out there, and I'm still appreciative that we at least have a month. I mean, I would like if we had it the whole year, but
We don't even got a day.
that's because you guys already have, yeah.
What?
But I encourage people.
Wait.
Wait.
We can't say men have the whole year, because remember, women have a month and Black History has a month. So
That's
what
a
does
fact.
that put a black man?
And we all know Mother's Day is very well celebrated.
And Father's Day
Thank
too.
you for interjecting my closing thoughts,
Oh,
but
sorry.
Go ahead.
no, but it's the same thing. Like I said, Black
Wow.
History has a month because we're not celebrated throughout the year. The same way why white people don't have a month, because it's
always white
natural
history, huh?
for exactly. So men are always celebrated, and they're always So I feel like that's why we have our month. But I want to encourage men and women out there to continue to, I guess, uplift and encourage women, and for women who are struggling out there, No, I don't mean it like that. But in whatever ways you're struggling, I struggle as a woman. I'm sure you guys struggle as a woman. In whatever facet it is, to keep going strong. Sometimes the road is rough, but you got this. So whether or not it is that you want to go back to school and you feel like it's too late, like whatever you got to do it. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Closing
Yeah.
thoughts come out. Thank you, Mildred. Amen.
It's 2018. I think we're closer than ever to being equal. Guys, we're catching up, and and can't knock the hustle. Do your thing.
That's a
Get
fact.
your money.
Amen. All I can say is shout out to all the women. Keep doing you. Have respect for yourself, and make sure men respect you and women respect you as well. And we should all respect one another. I thank my guests for coming on. Shout out to Cameau. Shout out to Mildred. Shout out to my co-host Sanders that's always here with us. Shout out to you, the viewers that's been watching. If you like this program and you like to donate, www.gofundme/therealword. That's www.gofundme/therealword. We also on YouTube, youtube.com/C for channel /The Real Word TV. And we thank you all for watching and your continued viewership and your continued support. We will see you guys next, maybe tomorrow, because we got a special episode coming up, so you never know. Shout out to everybody, and thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.